to throw. Trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time, using the quick gains. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Fires into traffic, it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And the Hogs have put up the first touchdown of the game, and whooping!
Whooping, going nuts in the stands. Great fan base. They get excited. If you get out to the lead early, put that score on the board, they are going nuts.
He'll bring it out. It's Diggs. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard. will get us started with the opening kickoff. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Touch pass on the run. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. This crowd full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Hall to go up top. Gets it out quickly. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Quickly complete. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too? Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. Hard running there. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
The Gators are flying down the field. They go to the ground. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
Now, how does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the... Got to move it to the goal line. Touchdown, Gator! What a catch and run for 6. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. Just about set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Line gets set, first down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Trying to escape and get it himself. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. 2nd and very short here for the offense. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. At the 45 on his way. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
Wow, what an impressive looking run. If you think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years, remember that offense that had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps? Nobody could stop them. This dude, I think, could have broken his way into that rotation with his ability. This guy's sick.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. We like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
It's caught. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Yeah, and the quarterback exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Gets it out fast. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas. Reeled it in and just made the house call. The AT unit on the field. Splits the uprights. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Will throw it. Looking left. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. This guy is a daring punt return man. For the fair catch, a solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
He's just running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch and then run it in for a touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Diggs. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Trying to beat them to the left. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time.
Pass on the way in. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Now improvising. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. With jet sweep pass. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that. But I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. It's still a successful play.
And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth.
In that third down and manageable situation, I love the RPO play call. You just would love to see your offensive line get a little bit more push. That was a good look to run into, but the defense just beat him up front.
They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
And I got to be ready mentally and physically. Mentally, I got to know exactly where the sticks are. 4th and 2, can't dilly-dally around. Got to run physical, got to break tackles, got to go through people, whatever I need to do to get that 2 yards. Nice job running the football.
Wide receiver shows motion. Using his feet. Touchdown, Arkansas! And they take it in for 6 more points. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he made the extra point without problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. Got his man quickly. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Looking at a second and short now. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Hall to go up top. Quick strike complete. Still on his feet at the 45. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 10. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Auburn had an impressive showing there on the Plains, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Bo Jackson is impressed with this one. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. They'll go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
It's 3rd down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. It's complete to the right. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in the rhythm, to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Off he goes. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
On the move. Plows through the defense. And they'll get him on the ground at the 3-yard line.
QBs that can run completely change your game. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the...
Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the field.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The corners are walked up tight. Hall will throw it. Quickly complete. Still running at the 40. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Oh, I bet the QB is steaming because he did an awesome job. He drops back, and he can tell he's got the matchup he wants on the outside. He's got an open receiver. Throws it to him. Great ball right through his hands. Missed opportunity for a big play. Missed opportunity for a touchdown.
Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. And the Gators are rolling down the field. Back to the air one more time. Unleashes one deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gator. On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Send that offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he makes the catch at the 10. Touchdown, Arkansas! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could...
Picked off! backfield, trying to take it back. He's at the 30. Lowers those pads. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What an interception. He's dangerous because not only can he catch the ball and pluck it out of the air, but he's hard to bring down, too. This is a guy that I think can play offense for a lot of programs around the country, and he showed you his open field running there.
Wide out in motion. Quarterback will keep it. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
You know, I really like... football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no...
Oh, look out, there he goes! And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, 1st down. To go up top. He's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Using the quick game. Touchdown, Arkansas! What a grab and go for the score. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Fielded in the end zone, it's Vick. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. One more snap coming before halftime. Hall will throw it. Getting some heat. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And the incompletion brings up a second down. Handoff from the gun. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Gators will kick it away to crank up the second half. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Running back goes in motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Oh, he's going to remember that one for sure, man. He did a nice job getting outside the pocket, but at that point now, he's got to be on high alert. He knows this defense is going to be coming flying at him. He'll be doing a better job sliding.
On a sweet spin, and he's free. Racing to the right. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Razorbacks. And the beatdown has ensued.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Getting set for the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Utah State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Aggies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to New Mexico. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And as he throws, can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Hall to go up top. Finds his man down the middle. Turns it on in midfield. All kinds of running room. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Florida. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive.